Now that the results are still coming in showing Prop A is leading, this begs the question of what next? As we've reported, this ordinance outlaws abortion and prohibits anyone from aiding or abetting the termination of pregnancy. KMAC's Alyssa Tejas sat down with two legal experts and explains what we could expect going forward.
The results are in. Voters have decided to make Lubbock a sanctuary city for the unborn. So what's next?
We'll have to see.
The city of Lubbock voting down the ordinance in November, saying it would not be able to enforce it.
Aye.
The ordinance itself says so.
Unless Roe versus Wade is overruled.
With public enforcement out of the way, that leaves private enforcement being the driver of the ordinance.
They did not want the city to bring an action because that essentially is a loser automatically.
Constitutional law professor Richard Rosen predicts a few things could happen. The ACLU could step in and try to bring forth a lawsuit, but they might not have standing. A private citizen could also try to sue a provider like Planned Parenthood from conducting an abortion, or a family member could try to sue for damages.
I think it's more likely to see a private citizen bringing a suit to enjoin, say, Planned Parenthood.
What I took away from it is this is a preparatory ordinance.
Attorney Fernando Bustos agrees. A lawsuit is likely to happen immediately.
There will be litigation in federal court almost immediately after this gets passed. I anticipate it.
He speculates Planned Parenthood is already on standby to sue.
Again, people need to understand this type of ordinance would not be effective immediately, even if it passes.
Bustos says because of Roe v. Wade, no one would be able to bring a lawsuit against abortion providers.
Abortion providers can raise a defense that while they were taking their actions, abortion was legal.
Bustos also says a private citizen may not be able to sue because they may not have standing. In other words, they would have to show they've been injured or grieved by the provider's actions. Not only that, but the ordinance also provides a defense. The mother couldn't be sued, nor could someone sue if the abortion was necessary to save a life. And because of Roe v. Wade, the lawsuit could be subject to dismissal.
In my opinion, right away, because of this exemption that's right in the statute, right in the ordinance.
Bustos says if someone planned to sue Sunday, he wouldn't recommend it, not unless Roe v. Wade were overturned. Alyssa Tejas, KMAC News.